What is up, all my beautiful, beautiful people of the Z Crew? This is X09091 with a little bit of, I guess, a feedback video. I guess that's what I'm going to call it. I don't really want to call it an update. It's more of like, let's overall assess what I have done and let's see how we can move forward, okay? Because in the past month, I feel like I kind of came back a little bit to YouTube. You know, I started uploading more, close to daily, you know? Maybe I'll miss a day or two, and that just kind of depends, you know, on what my week has been. And for the month of March, it's been actually really hectic. So once I'm out of March, it should cool down a bit. But it's more or less, I've still been able to do it, so it'll just be more efficiently done with the coming weeks, okay? But another thing I wanted to ask, and that's kind of the main thing that I want to talk about, is feedback. You know, right now I'm only doing Persona 3 FES, and it seems to be getting, you know, some response, but I kind of want to see how people are seeing the channel. You know, I feel like I need to interact more with my people, because you are the beautiful people of the Z Crew. So what do you guys think? Like, are you guys liking the content? Is this not really your thing? Have you not given Persona a chance? It's one of those things. I just kind of want to see what are some things that you would like to see from me in the future. You know, just kind of planning ahead kind of thing. And I know Persona is a very long game, so I don't, you know, foresee myself doing something too soon. But, you know, it's still something I would love to hear from you guys. Maybe some responses, a game you'd like me to play or to at least check out. Something of that sort. Another thing is my podcast. I have a podcast. I always leave it in every episode. It's called Zero's Game Room. If you haven't checked it out, it's me and my buddy Grayson live. We sit down and we just record a podcast. It's all video game stuff related. Sometimes we have guests. Sometimes it's just a topic. Very soon, we're actually going to put out our first review. And I would really like some feedback on that too. Go check it out. Like I said, it's the link in the description. You don't need to make an account on the website. It's called Podomatic. You can just listen to it. Other than that, it's also on iTunes, and I tweet about it all the time. There's an actual Twitter account just for the podcast. So all these links, my Twitter, that Twitter, all the info that you could possibly need to know about Zero is all in the description of every single episode of everything I upload. So feel free to check that out. I would love feedback. And if you like video games, which if you're listening to this, chances are you like video games, I would say definitely check that podcast out. It's a lot of fun. We sit down, we cover lots of topics. It's one of those things that me and him, we went to school together, and producing it is a lot of fun. And we're actually I'm starting to stabilize the schedule, because I think that's the key to anything, is continuity and consistency. So consistency being like when I upload. So the podcast is going to start being uploaded every single week on a Wednesday. Okay, so that's, chances are there might not be a YouTube upload on Wednesdays. That's kind of the day that I've usually used to skip, and I just focus more on the podcast, because there's a Facebook page for it, there's a Twitter, there's all this stuff that I'm pushing for the podcast, because it's a lot of fun. It's a lot easier to produce than a YouTube video, let me tell you that. You know, we just have a mixer, we sit down, we write down some topics, bullet points, details, and we kind of just air it all out. And we love having guests, you know, that's another thing too. So if you happen to be well knowledgeable on that type of thing, or I want to see a certain guest, please let me know. Like I said, this is just a short video. I don't want this to go any longer before I start ranting, or like not ranting, but like rambling. That's the word. I've been thinking about that today. It's rambling. I don't want to ramble. So most of all, what do you guys think of the YouTube channel? Do you like Persona? Do you not? And if you don't, what would you like to see in the future? Or how could I improve this channel? I know a clear one would be start streaming more. That's the next step. Baby steps. We're working on getting this channel back how it used to be, because I do miss those days where I used to interact with my channel and my people a lot more. So we're going to try to do that. You know, I have a good setup now. What's stopping us other than time constraints? But we'll get to that when we need to. So what do you think? What do I need to do to make your happiness on this channel? Because chances are it's probably going to be the same thing as me, because I love video games. It's kind of what I do. Video game podcast, video game YouTube channel. It's, you know, it's kind of a thing that I do. So please let me know, what do you think would make this channel better? And check out the podcast. Give me some feedback on that. And I would love to hear you guys' feedback either in the comments, on Twitter, on the podcast Twitter. Everything you could possibly need will be in the description below. Okay, my beautiful, beautiful people. So thank you for taking the time to listen to me for about like 5 to 6 minutes. Hit that like button. Let me know you enjoyed this, and just tell me in the comment section below what I could do to make your entertainment so you can enjoy what you see from your boy Z. Alright? All my beautiful, beautiful people of the Z Crew. Z out.